For the first time physically in 2 years, I get to say good morning, Infinity. All right, we're gonna hold it on the pause on the super high energy right now, because we're gonna supercharge this with a brief meditation. So I want you all to know here present, and those of you who are with us online streaming from around the world, that I'm excited. Meditation is going to be exciting today because I'm calming the excitement and the adrenaline in my blood from being able to see people in person for the first time. There's nothing that beats a fellowship in person. So we're excited to start today, and I invite you into a brief meditation by simply slowing your breathing down. So wherever you are, however you are, just go ahead and start to breathe slowly in and out through your nose. Take your time with it because I know we're present. We have masks on. Slow it down gently. Allow your eyes to close from top to bottom. Sit a little taller in your seat. Opening up the chest to allow the air to go down into the space below your rib cage. Inhaling and expanding your belly. Seeing that balloon that's down there in the bottom of your belly and allowing it to expand on an inhale. On an exhale, allowing it to contract and bringing that navel in and up toward your spine. Simply focusing the energy on the stillness of the breath. As each inhale becomes a little more full, as each exhale becomes a little more complete, we breathe in gratitude for the infinite cycle of living, for the gift of being alive right now, of being conscious, of being able to fill our lungs, to oxygenate our blood, to bring the sense of awareness, of calm, of joy, of peace, and of love. Releasing all things that do not serve us in the exhale. With each exhalation, releasing any tension in the neck and shoulders. And as random thoughts come and go, we simply acknowledge them. We do not judge them. We simply release them in the exhale. It is in this space of stillness that we feel the energy of gratitude, the energy of joyfulness, the energy of peace, moving in and throughout us. Truly a gift from our common divine source, the God of your own acceptance and understanding. Do you have a name, a culture, a faith tradition, a path that defines that God for you? Focus on that energy now. Focus on that name. Focus on that path. Focus on that tradition and inhale it completely. Feel the sustenance. Feel the relief of release in the exhale. Focusing on that light and recognizing that we are all here because of it. We are conscious of the awareness of the presence of divine source. So we ask in this moment that all heads be bowed, all eyes be closed, all hearts be open. As we speak an affirmative prayer to that divine energy, all wise, all knowing, all living, all loving God, we recognize in this moment for Infinity Fellowship that we are in a space of gratitude and gratefulness and thanksgiving today. From this space and field and frequency of gratitude, we are so excited to be able to gather here in person. And we give thanks for the gift of being in the body. We know that somebody somewhere didn't wake up this morning. Somebody somewhere is sick in the hospital. Somebody somewhere is struggling just to get the next breath. And yet here we are, gratefully breathing together in the physical space of the Infinity Fellowship, around the globe through our infinite stream, and we are joyful and we are grateful. In this space of proclamation, we give thanks for your size, your breadth, your depth, your height, your width, so big that it cannot be contained with one name, one culture, one ethnicity, one tradition. And so we call on you as the common spirit of our commonality, our divine source, known and perceived by many names and yet felt and understood by one energy. In this energy, we proclaim the good today. For those who are gathered here, for those who are on the way here, for those who are streaming here, we speak a special blessing of thanksgiving for the elders in our communities, those who stand on the wall and teach us traditions that keep us alive and functioning. For the vision of the Infinity Fellowship 8 years ago yesterday, a place that could bring people together across traditions to put something awesome into the world. We give thanks for the individuals gathered here, that each one of us is working and striving and living in our divine purpose. Thank you for a community that will support lifting people up. Blessings on the families who are here today. Blessings on the builders, those entrepreneurs, those creatives, those people who do the day-to-day work to make society run. Keep us all lifted up and inspired, knowing that we are here for a purpose, we are here for a reason, and we speak that something is said, shared, sung, danced, high-fived, fist bumped, stared, winked, clapped, something in the atmosphere that will remind someone that they are ever and always loved and covered by you. You are not an absent God. You are a present God, and we are reflections of your light, made in your divine image and likeness. And for these things, we are grateful. For these things and others we cannot be put into words, we simply say thank you and proclaim them as such, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Good morning, Infinity. Oh, man, what an awesome day. What an awesome moment. What an awesome time. Oh, people are coming in, and it's great, man. Are y'all doing all right today? All right, everybody happy to be around and be here on this awesome day of resurrection. Everybody absolutely looks awesome. I see the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. I'm still trying to figure out the faces, but the eyes are the window to the soul, so that means that everybody is beautiful today, and it's great to see you. So we're gathered here in the space today, and it's time for us to continue this tradition by pouring libations. The pouring of libations is when we pour out water to those in memory who have transitioned from the space of life to the space of life after life. And so we know that energy is not created or destroyed, it only changes form. We know that in the Baptist tradition that I came out of, absence in the body is presence with the source, right? It's present with the Lord. So when we say we are no longer in this body, it's simply because we recognize we can't use these earth suits anymore. I tell people every Sunday, if I send you into space, I got to put you in a space suit because your body was not made to exist in outer space. You need some support. Your spirit was not meant to stay on this earth forever. So you had to put on an earth suit so that you could be here. It's not who you truly are, but it's who you're wearing right now. When that earth suit gets worn out, you make that transition into the next space. And so we pause and we pour libations, and we pour with water, because water represents in ancient traditions as the living. We pour into the earth because guess what? That's what happens to these earth suits when we don't use them anymore. You take the real us out of them, turns back into the dirt from whence it came. So we complete that divine cycle of giving and loving and living when we pour libations. And so we ask that you think in your mind, in your consciousness, of those who have gone before in your family, in your community, who you want to recognize and remember as we pour the libation. At home, please type the names into the chat box, as we've been doing for the last 2 years. And we recognize them as well as we go to the altar for that. We're blessed to have testing 1, 2. All right, good. We also have new technology. So we're blessed to have a wonderful tradition here. In Nashville, we've had over the last 25, 30 years or so, we've had 5 queen mothers who were community queen mothers who were recognized for their leadership. They were advisors and supporters of people. Many of you had a chance to interact with them. Over the years at Infinity, we've had at least 3 of them come and be guests on a third Sunday like today. On third Sunday, we have Q&A. And it was a remarkable tradition to have at some point 5 queen mothers walking around in Nashville. As you know, my mother, Queen Mother Catherine Carr, transitioned in January. She was the 4th of the 5th. There was one remaining, Sister Melba Sewell. And Sister Melba Sewell, you take the rest down. Sister Melba Sewell transitioned last week. So we have 5 powerful ancestors and elders in the Queen Mothers. And so I want to pour some special water for them, for their representation of the divine feminine principle, for their representation as mothers, as leaders, and we want to pour. When I pour, we use the word ashe, which is a Yoruba word. Y'all say ashe? Ashe, we hear that a lot, but it has so many meanings. It means spirit, it means essence. It is a proclamation of, and so it is. So it is a very, very powerful word, and when we use that word, we are acknowledging the good. So we pour to the energies of those who have come before, ashe. We say, cool water, freshen and consecrate this house, ashe. Freshen and consecrate the family lineages represented here today, across cultures, across ethnicities, across lands, ashe. We pour to those children in the womb, world, and yet unborn, ashe. To the ancestral mothers we recognize now in a complete circle. To mothers, Queen Mother Brunson, ashe. Queen Mother Smith, ashe. Queen Mother Zuli Ursary, ashe. Queen Mother Carr, ashe. Now Queen Mother Sewell, ashe. A special pour for one of our sisters who made the transition. I always said that I was going to be the first Infinity funeral. And I always said that because I'm like, got gray hair. But of course, we had the Queen of Hearts, Sister Tia Barber Hale. And you all remember shortly after COVID started, she had had a heart transplant. And they told Tia that she probably wouldn't survive. Maybe a few weeks. She lived another year. She was sitting in these seats. She was louder than anybody. She was more fun than everybody. She never, ever once complained. And so Tia, I put a picture of her up here. So those of you after service, you want to see her if you hadn't met her. Her energy's in the space. So Sister Tia, ashe. All right. So as we begin to call the next few names, I'm going to ask you and invite you to call those names aloud, as that conscious space is a space of memory. And it's the ancestors saying, remember me. To the energies of the north, where we find our direction, ashe. To the energies of the south, where we stand proud in who we are, giving ourselves permission to shine and others to do the same, ashe. To the energy of the east with the rising sun, recognizing that today gives us another shot. what we missed out on in the past. Ashe. To the energies of the west, the setting sun and the rising feminine principle of the moon, the giving of nurturing in the darkness of the womb, and the memory that we are never ever alone. We are never out of the presence of God. Ashe. To the energy of the ground below us, that we may be rooted, but not too hard. Because when a tree is rooted too hard and it's too stiff, those are the trees that fall over in the storm. But when the trees are flexible, grounded but flexible, then we're able to survive for generations. Ashe. To the energies of the sky above us, where we see our dreams. We get the gift that has been given to us as little bitty sea creators to the grand big sea creator, to see a dream and to pull it into manifest reality by living in and on purpose. Ashe. And in those 6 directions, there's a 7th direction in the Lakota people's tradition. It is the intersecting space where all of those directions meet. And that is the heart space, where our love generates that energy that keeps us going every single day. Ashe. And now I ask that you call a name aloud, the names of the people you want to recognize at home. Call those names aloud as well, and we will celebrate them. Ashe. David H. Carr, Thomas and Gussie Hayes, Delary Carr, Ashley Carr, Eagle Carr, Daphne Hayes Carr, Tony Carr, Scary Carr, who's in the space today. And so it is. It is done. Ashe. 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 Oh. So Infinity is officially open, you all. We have given praise to God. We have acknowledged the ancestors in the space. And now it's time to get busy with it. Kenetha Carr, Reggie Wooten, Voices of Infinity, y'all. Give them some love. Now, we're going to generate gratitude together. I'm going to go to this one, Daniel. Thank you, sir. We're going to generate gratitude together. This is real simple, and I'm going to put on my mask so I can do this too. So you all know, if you're at home, how we generate gratitude. We put a slide up for you so we can generate gratitude as well. I am going to challenge you. I'm going to dare you. I'm going to double, triple dog dare each one of you. We're going to find 3 people, and of course, safe distance, so do the fist bump. But what we're going to do is you're going to introduce yourself. My name is fill in the blank online. You type it in the chat, and I am grateful for, and just give one thing that you're grateful for. It could have been that you got a green light this morning when you thought you were going to get a red light. Hey, listen, gratitude is real simple. It's real simple, and watch how you feel. So we say a song when we're doing this, and it's really simple. It's called Good Morning to You. And I want you to make sure you remember the lyrics. The lyrics are, good morning to you, good morning to you, good morning to you, good morning to you, good morning to you. And if you get stuck, the second verse is, da 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 da, da 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 da. Da 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 da. That is right there. Da 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 da. Yeah. Da 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 da. That'll do it. Don't worry if you get it. All right, so let's rise to our feet. Get ready to generate some gratitude. We're gonna sing one verse, and then we're gonna break out and do it. Come on, voices.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Hey, da 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 da. Good morning.
All right, 3 people. Let's do it.
To you, good morning to you, good morning to you, good morning. good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Hey, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. Hey, all those that are online, we're saying good morning to you, huh? You're writing in all those good things that have happened for you in your life. You're typing them in right now. Hey, good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. We see y'all online. We know that y'all are having a good morning. You're getting your coffee. You're doing your thing. Hey, and we're in this place live. Hey, good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hey, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da do 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 do. Hey, good morning to you. We say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Dee 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 dee. Good morning to you. 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 Good morning to you online. Good morning to you that are here. Good to all my beautiful kiddos here. Good morning to you. 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 Woo! Yes, and it is a good morning. We got some music. I think we'll have a little medley for y'all. So we're going to ask that y'all clap with us. Online, y'all staying with us. You're up on your feet. You're doing what you got to do. Because that's how we do. We got a little earth, wind, and fire. Some of they funk stuff, though. This is for the funky stuff. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Walk around while we're frown. Say little people try to put you down. What you need is a helping hand. All the strength at your command. How's your faith? 'cause your faith is you. Who you kidding? To yourself be true. Spread your love for a brighter day. Hey, for what you search, you'll find a way. Yeah. Yeah, yes, sir. Ooh, ooh, yes, sir. We are people of the mighty, mighty people of the sun. In our hearts lies all the answers to the truth you can't run from. Eagle flies every 7 days, still crying the blues, all about your pay. Hey, what you gonna do about your living thing? Will you make it better or just complain? 'Cause every day don't ever fear, 'cause better days are very near. There are times when you're bound to cry. One more time, head to the sky. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, hey, yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Ooh, ooh. We are people of the mighty, mighty people of the sun. In our hearts lies all the answers to the truth you can't run from. I guess we're people. We are people of the mighty people, of the sun, in our hearts lies all the answers to the truth you can't run from. Keep that going. Hey, hey, our people. Yeah. The mighty, mighty people of the sun. In our hearts lies all the answers to the truth you can't run from. All right, we got another little Happy Feeling song, but we all know it from Happy Feeling from Maze, right? But Earth, Wind, and Fire also had a song, Happy Feeling, as well, y'all. We got a little more funk, if that's all right. Hey. Woo-hoo. Hey, yeah, yeah. He better play. Ain't ready to play. Hey. Feeling, happy feeling in the music that we're given. Feel the power of the hour, every moment that you're living. Come on and dance a little bit. If you feel like standing and dancing, you can too. And if not, it's all right. Just clap your hands like this. Hey, just clap your hands like this. Hey, just clap your hands like that. Hey, just clap your hands like that. Hey, 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 hey. We feeling good this morning. Happy feelings. When people say you're not supposed to be happy on Sunday. What little babies tell the story. Mother Nature and its glory. Share the feeling with your brother. Don't stop caring one another. There's a reason that we're pleasing what you're yearning. Life's a burning. Yeah. Hey, hey, come on, happy feelings. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, hey. Come on and play, Reggie. Hey, 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 hey. Hey! Hey, 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 hey. happy feeling, feeling, yeah, happy feeling, happy feeling, feeling, happy feeling, happy feeling.
Feel the way you wanna feel.
Come on, Reggie.
Feel so good inside.
Right, Reggie.
Where you wanna feel.
Hey, hey.
Feel so good inside.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, happy feeling. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, hey. What y'all know about this one? You don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. I just need your body, baby, from dusk till dawn. Yeah, you don't need experience to turn me out. Hey, you just leave it all up to me. I'm gonna show you what it's all about. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time in your kiss. Hey, come on now. Come on, Mansa. Hey, 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 dance, dance, talk, dirty baby. If you wanna impress me, you can't be too flirty, Papa. I know how to undress me. Hey, you open your fantasy. Maybe you could be mine. Come on, Mansa. You just leave it all up to me. We could have a good time. Yes, you don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time in your kiss. Hey, you doing your thing. Feeling, happy feeling, happy feeling, feeling, happy feeling, happy feeling, feeling, yeah, happy feeling, happy feeling. I think we're feeling good this morning. I think we had a good time. And we got Brother Mansa on the drum. I got my drummer now. Hey, hey, hey. It's all right, boy. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, come on, hey. Feeling, happy feeling, happy feeling, feeling, happy feeling, happy feeling. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Y'all, that's the voices of Infinity. Sister Kanitha Carr, give it up. The legendary Reggie Wooten, give it up. And our rising star, Young Mansa, give it up. Y'all know it. Yeah, that's right. Hey, look, y'all know Infinity, we don't have any judgment. We see spirit is in every genre of music, and we celebrate that. And this young man right here, guess what? Many of us got our first opportunity to have a voice in a community like this, right? So we don't discourage our children from being bold. We want our children to be bold. We want them to be confident. We want them to be exploratory. And we also know when to hold them down before they tear up anything. And so that's that's one of the things that you learn in parenting and we're in here. But we want to bring up Sister Alicia Hamer, who's going to give us the invitation, and she's going to tell us what Infinity is all about. Y'all give us a round of applause for Sister Alicia.
Good morning, Infinity.
Good morning.
Good morning, Infinite Streamers. I'm excited to welcome you in person to the most exciting spiritual community on the planet. You have squarely landed in the core of consciousness and the apex of authenticity. Infinity is the fastest growing, independent, ancient, wisdom-based, interspiritual community in the United States. Infinity is also the only independent, ancient, wisdom-based, interspiritual community in the United States. If you find yourself asking yourself, is it off the chain like this every Sunday around here? The answer to both questions is a resounding yes. Infinity is a place of growth, of love, and affirmation. We don't just tolerate people, we affirm them with progressive, practical, expansive spirituality designed to help you see progress in your spiritual life. What makes Infinity so exciting is its diversity of people and of presentation. On the first and second Sundays, we have our one-of-a-kind standard service. On third Sundays, we have If Speaks, where you get to ask questions and dialogue on the topic of instruction. On fourth Sunday, we move these chairs and do Yoga Sunday, the Sunday morning experience that centers your mind, body, and spirit. In between these amazing and expansive spiritual experiences, we do community service, which defines the very meaning of spirituality in action. If you've been seeking a place of learning, growth, and acceptance like you're experiencing today and would like to join the Infinity Fellowship, just check the line at the bottom of your offering envelope or email us at infinitynashville@gmail.com if you are an Infinite streamer, and we'll contact you about enrolling in new members orientation at Nashville's unique spiritual community. We speak affirmative prayers at Infinity. Hey. We call them PERMs, which stands for pouring energy into realignment towards manifestation. If you require a special perm in your life or any personal situation, please see Brother Jeff or Sister Kanitha at some point immediately after the service, or reach out to us through one of our online portals. At this time, let us welcome the co-founder, Chief Operating Officer, and leading lady of Infinity, Sister Kanitha Carr, who will lead us through the spiritual agreements that tie us all together as a spiritual community, our statement of Infinitude.
He is. He's looking out for me, too. Well, good morning, Infinity, and welcome back into the physical space and back into the Infinity experience. Please pause for a moment here, take a deep breath. I need to, too. And take a look around you. You'll find two things. One, we don't tell you what to call or how to define the God of your own personal acceptance and understanding. That is an intensely and personal and beautiful relationship here at Infinity. We simply affirm your unique connection. Number two, I know that's right, too. Number two, whatever you call that source energy, you'll hear us say God interchangeably with the universe, divine source. What you see around you, baby, is the proof that it was showing off when you were created after the same image and likeness. And so now it's time to speak aloud the core agreements that bring us together at Infinity Fellowship. We call that Infinitude. Infinitude is defined in the dictionary as a state or quality of being infinite or having no limit. We have a unique mix of faith backgrounds at Infinity, and y'all will find that out very soon when you get to interact with each other. But what centers us is the spirituality we all share in common. For us, Infinitude is defined as infinity with an attitude, and that attitude is gratitude. And the snap you just heard is the spiritual practice that gives us life and meaning. The S in snap is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N in snap is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action, because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. And finally, this is major, the P is for the proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are grateful you all are here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many names and yet known by only one energy. So now I ask that you now rise as we speak together our statement of infinitude. And we invite you to read along with us, both here and on Infinite Stream, as the Spirit moves you. We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen. Amin. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe.
We're going to remain standing because we're going to sing together a little bit today as we begin to prepare for the message today and the other energies that are coming in. We invite you to sing along with us today because we speak things into existence. You know that in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. You know, that energy is real. When you put some music with it and you pronounce it together, that's called singing, but it's still proclamation. So we proclaim peace, love, and joy, and we will begin to sing that together. All right, crank it up for us, Daniel. So we get a little sway on. Oh, we get to sway. Look at that. Today is the day that the God of your acceptance and understanding is made. It's a moment to rejoice and be glad in it. As we speak, as we sing about peace, love, and joy, we proclaim those in our lives. We embrace them as truth. We embrace them in reality. And so it is. Let us sing together. The words are on the screen.
Peace, peace, wonderful peace, enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, peace, peace, everlasting peace, let my peace shine bright so the world can see love, love, love. Y'all sound good? Wonderful love, enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, love, love, everlasting love, let my love shine bright so the world can see. Let's get some joy. Joy, joy, wonderful joy, enter my heart and bring healing everlasting joy. Let my joy shine bright so the world can see. And some more peace, peace, peace. Come on, sing it like you mean it. Wonderful peace enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, peace, peace, yeah, 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 yeah. Peace, let my peace shine bright so the world, let my love shine bright so the world, let my joy shine bright so the world, and let my peace shine bright so the world can see.
All right, we may be seated. Awesome. Y'all sound absolutely awesome. Y'all got props coming in from people all over the world. I am just now able to look at my screen. And so I see that we have people coming in from Nashville and Gallatin and other spaces that I'm seeing right now, from Texas. We got people coming in from Arizona. So look, we're in the space today. So if you look back at Brother Tony, he's going to wave at you. Brother Tony, wave at you. That camera in front of Tony is broadcasting to people all over the globe. So we're going to turn around and just wave at that camera real quick and just tell everybody, welcome. Awesome, y'all. It's at this point in the service that we do our visitors welcome. We welcome our first timers. And it's been a while since we've done it in person. So I'm grateful for this opportunity to welcome first timers. If you have a standing ovation, and for those of you who've been here before, we do celebrate standing ovation. So an accomplishment that you've had that has been awesome, we want you to fill out a standing ovation card so that we can announce it for you. If you're joining us online, we want you to type your standing ovation into the chat box so we can celebrate and put you up on the screen as well. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to give that slip to somebody. Sister Angie's in the back. You can return it to her, and she will also bring that up so that we take a brief coffee break after the offering, and then we're going to get back in here and celebrate each other in the way a fellowship should. Good morning again, Infinity. My name is Jeff Obafemi-Carr. They call me Rev Jeff here in the space, and I am excited to welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship. I know it's a new experience, isn't it? If you've never been in Infinity Fellowship, it's a new one. You're like, what kind of church is that? They sang a Prince song. What the heck? We're oh yeah. You're not gonna find judgment, and we'll talk about this in a little bit during the message today because it is interactive. But it's a space where you're gonna find that you can be your authentic self, and you're gonna be appreciated your authentic self. For our first-time visitors, we want you to be who you are Monday through Sunday. So sometimes we're taught to be who we are Monday through Saturday, and then on Sunday we come in and we pretend. We put on our outer shell, and we're so perfect. Listen, be who you are. We got a sign in the lobby that says, be who you are, because everybody else is already taken. And we love you exactly as God made you to be. And you're accepted in this space. Here at Infinity, we want to welcome you in the first physical time here, but we also want you to know that we know the real you. And we see you for who you truly are. So if you're a first timer at Infinity, would you stand at this time? We're not going to put you on blast or anything. We do want to recognize you. First timers at home, put it in the chat box. But first timers in the space, come on and stand up so we can say, hey, give you some snaps. Any first timers? Don't be shy. Very first timers. Got one? Oh, got one online? Okay. Anybody else? Okay. All right, good. So look, we're going to, first timer, we have Mary Hill, Mary Isabora Hill. Welcome, Mary. Snap, snap, snap to you. But we like to let you know that we see you as who you truly are. You're not a human being who showed up today to have a spiritual experience. It's the other way around. You're a spirit who is navigating the human experience just like the rest of us. So we have a special welcome that we say, and we say it to each other. So everybody stand up. Turn to somebody or some people near you. It's close distance. So if you're at home, you're getting this from the wide shot, and you're sharing this, and you're hearing this from all around. You're seeing it from various cameras, wherever Tony's going to choose. But we want to make sure that you say it. Yeah, turn to somebody and just shoot your hands in their direction. You know, we're going to just send them energy for now so that we don't get, that's just 2 or 3 people around you. That's good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to release. Look into somebody's eyes. A couple of people around you, look in their eyes. Coronavirus made it so that you have to communicate through your eyes now, which is great. But really take a look and then deliver these words. If you're home, first time you can receive, but everybody else is going to repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You are right here in front of me, where I can let you know, if nobody else will today, that you are not alone. I am with you and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you. And I see you shining today. I know you're shining today. You can't help but to be shining today. So welcome to Infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. Give 3 people a fist bump. Give 3 people a fist bump. Fist bump, and come on back to the seat. Yeah. All right, we're going to carry that energy into our sacred moment of action. Thank you, Kamaria. Kamari, can I get a fist bump? Y'all hold tight. Y'all going to go right after the offering, so hold tight a second. Then the kids going to disappear, I understand. We want to say... It's now time for our sacred offering giving. That's where we participate in the service by giving back. In this space, giving is a part of any sacred ritual and space. So we have been able to be here, and I want to extend gratitude to everybody, you all. We have been able to not only survive during COVID, but because of people stepping up wherever they are, wherever you've been in the city, whether you showed up to help clean up, whether you showed up to volunteer in small projects that we were doing, whether you stepped up in your giving, whether you've been giving at home and starting the practice of the spiritual laws of giving. You have not only made Infinity survive COVID, you've made us thrive during COVID. Because of that, we've been able to increase our technology and our outreach with people. We are able to open up this summer our Youth Performing Arts Academy again for the first time in 2 years. We take young people from 37207 and 08 and 09 that would never get an opportunity to do anything but act out on the streets. We're teaching them this summer how to act out on a stage instead. And we've seen that success. We've been doing that program independently of Infinity before Infinity started, but now we're on our 17th year. 100% of our kids have graduated high school. And you can't, that's a stat that we are proud of, that we're gonna keep standing on. And we're going to keep doing programs like that. And that's how we do with our giving. That's how we give from this space of openness. So we get to roll out the A basket. The A basket is for abundance. For those of you who like to give cash or check, we have envelopes in the back that we can give you so we keep track of your giving. You get your annual statement every year with that. But we also can give via Cash App, via PayPal, and via snail mail as well. And we're going to put up a slide with that. So that's going to be great too. So we also want to make sure that we supercharge our energy here at Infinity. We just don't throw seed out. We plant it, and we plant it with intention. So take a deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. As you're preparing your devices, or you're preparing your space, we want to recognize that everything is good, that we are existing this year from the overflow. So we're going to bring up our offertory affirmation, and we're going to say it together. Focus our energy in here, giving thanks and gratitude for all that we have been given, God. You continue to bless us in ways that are just untold. So we're pleased to return this to you. Let us say our offertory affirmation together. O limitless, abundant Creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Turn to somebody and say, everything is good.
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 I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it good.
I got it good.
And so it is. All right, let us give it this time, and we're going to sing as we give because we love to send this energy in the world. Wherever you are, the slide is up. Cash App, $, Infinity Fellowship, PayPal, paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship, snail mail, 641 West Doctrine Drive. As we give, feel free to give and take a break. Grab your cup of coffee or some tea, and we're going to sing.
Everything is good, yeah. Everything is good. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, hey, everything is good. Yes, it is.
Everything is
Oh, yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. Ooh, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, yeah, hey, everything is good. Yes, it is. In my life, all around, everything is good. And I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, sing with me now. Everything is good. Yes, it is. It's so good. I said it's so good. Everything is good. And I've got it. Woo. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Come on now. Yes, in my life, I said all around, everything is good, and I've got it. Woo, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, sing it with me now. Everything is good. Yes, it is. I said in your life, I said all around, everything is good, and I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it good. I've got it good. I've got it. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. Hey. Woo. Yes.
We used to get in there ready to be like, I got it, I got it, oh, I got it good, I got it, I got it. Thanks, Ray. We ain't gonna crank up too much. We crank up in here. It's time to figure out and hey, 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 hey. One's gotta do the 1 and the 3. Somebody gotta do the 2 and the 4. We gotta do both of those. All right, time to find out what's happening at Infinity and the Fellowship today. I'm going to collect some Standing Ovation spaces, but right now we're going to bring up Brother Tony, who's going to give us our announcements. So y'all clap it up for Brother Tony in the house as he comes forward. Give it up, y'all, Tony and Signares.
All right. I'd say it's wonderful seeing y'all beautiful faces up in cheer. Everybody doing good today? Doing good, yes. It's great to see y'all again. Decided to dress for the occasion this time, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, good morning, Infinity. So, in preparation for Standing Ovations, if you are an Infinite streamer and you have a manifested achievement that you want to report as a Standing Ovation today, go ahead and type it into the chat box for us at this time. A standing ovation is an accomplishment that you have made that we can shout out for you, and let us know what good thing you birthed into the world by typing it early. So, welcome to April, the 4th month of 2022. Let's go and snap it out real quick. And this here is the year of attainment. And the definition of attainment is the action or fact of achieving a goal toward which one has worked. Now, this is the year for the big payoff. And say with me, the big payoff. Yeah, revenge. Woo! Yeah. So, every single day, remember to speak aloud our daily mantra for the year. What is it? I live in the overflow. Yes. Now, next week is Yoga Sunday, and it will be virtual. Next week is our moving meditation Sunday service. We call it Yoga Sunday. We are launching a new feature for Yoga Sunday in the short term. We will be fully virtual, and I say again, fully virtual on 4th Sundays, and there are reasons for this. So Yoga Sunday has grown in size and scope, and we want to be able to maintain safe distance with the breathing space necessary for yoga. We recognize that the practice of getting your body into alignment with your spirit and mind can be a daunting task. So for a brief period of time, you'll be able to focus on growing your personal practice from the privacy of your own home. Now, Rev Jeff will be able to accommodate a few extra in-person mats next week. However, so if you would like to be in person for Yoga Sunday next week, please let Rev Jeff know today. So remember, next week is virtual Yoga Sunday, and that we will be back in person on 1st Sunday, just like today. So, new members, Ancient Wisdom class starts this Tuesday. Let's go and snap it out, clap it out real quick. And Sister Nikita Thomas will be leading the 4 Spiritual Laws class on Tuesdays from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You still have time to join the class in person here at Infinity or via Zoom. You will need to email us today to get the link. However, you will also need to purchase your book for the class and be prepared for Tuesday. And it's very important to be prepared and not be too late. So, email us at infinitynashville@gmail.com. I'm sure we have a little, there we go. All right, or see Sister Nikita immediately after service today. Now, help us, and I do mean help us, the building, please. And I say again, help us, help the building, please. I just finally got what that meant. All right, so we are so grateful to be back in the Infinity Center, and we need your help to keep us up and running. Our facility is clean and beautiful, and we want to thank everyone. Round of applause. who has showed up to volunteer to clean and maintain the space. We do not have access to all of our pipes, however, so our main drain pipe is older than most of us in the room. And restrooms are located upstairs and downstairs. We have water-efficient toilets, so press the left button for number 1 and right for number 2. And most importantly, only flush tissue. Only tissue, no extra stuff. Okay. So, no paper towels, tissue only. Say it with me. Tissue only. There we go. Teamwork makes the dream work. And weed, it definitely does. Like Steven Spielberg. And we'd much rather invest on building we'd rather invest on building new housing for the underserved than having to put our resources into the ground and walls. And thank you in advance for your cooperation. And now, let's bring back up Rev Jeff and leading Lady Kenitha Carr, because it's time for, drum roll please, standing ovations.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
It's time. All right. Oh, yes. Yes. Standing ovations. Our high energy. I'm spaced out somewhere. Our high energy at IF comes from our practice of snap. That's why we snap our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys. That's spirituality. We fellowship with like-minded spirits like we're doing now. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And if we do these, then every week we see examples of progress in our lives. And that's the proof. So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. When your name is called, it's a little different because we've been virtual.
We have been virtual.
So when your name is called, especially if it's in the physical space, please stand as we read aloud your manifestation. When I finish each person's ovations, we will snap our fingers to celebrate them. So let's practice, make sure we got our snap on.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And then provide a collective standing ovation at the end. We're just going to get wild and crazy at the very end, okay? All right.
Good. I'm most excited because I don't have to dance by myself. I've been dancing by myself.
Yes. Toward the camera, going
Go to
in.
the store. Rev, I saw you did the dance. I was in that moment. I'm not dancing in the store right now.
Yep.
Unless you buy my groceries, then I'm going to dance.
Okay.
I'm going to be in there.
Well, all right.
I hope you dance. Okay. I don't know why that song is in my head. I'm going to be singing it.
that. I wrote that
You got to
song
sing
to do.
that
I
song.
know, yeah,
You and Reggie can
somebody
sing
can
it.
sing.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, standing ovation. We're going to start online. I'm going to read this aloud because the Moore family, Charles and Toya Moore, have put in a standing ovation. The Moores are on the move. We have been blessed to buy a house, and we are moving back home to the Chattanooga area in May. We're coming to see you all before we leave. Awesome, Moores.
Oh, woo, 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 congratulations.
Hey, I was going to bought a house. For those of you who know about house buying today, Sister Joanna can tell you because she's selling them. It's a market out there today. It's an accomplishment when you can get you a house. I love it. It's part of a great space. Okay, so our next standing ovation. If you got a standing ovation, put it on the line. Oh, we got Terrell Lindsay. We got online folks with these great standing ovations. Terrell Lindsay, standing ovation, took the family to help with a community cleanup in an underserved community I frequented in my youth, made a great impact on the community, and supported some great friends. Great, man. Snapping for you, man. Snapping for you, Terrell. We're in this space today. Okay, great. So while we're here, God, we got another one. Who's that? Can you reach it?
Madra.
Oh, that's Major. Major Trees is in the house. Standing ovation. I survived and am recovering from knee surgery. Can't wait to get back to playing ball soon.
Yes.
Major's a college scholarship athlete, so
Yes.
you know when something happens to your knee and you're an athlete,
Man.
that could be potentially the end, right? But
Yes.
we're speaking full recovery,
Full recovery.
full love to you, and full
Yes.
energy to you. And so glad to know that you're there, Major, in the space today. All right, in the space we also have Jeff Napier online. Good morning, flying brother Jay and sister Kate. It's an inside joke because I jumped out of an airplane for
Yeah,
this,
he
with
does
this
the
guy for
airplane.
my 50th birthday. So he calls
I
me
haven't.
Flying Jay. I'm like, dude, you've
I
got
have
2,000 jumps. You're Flying Jay. His name is Jeff too. Say Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you. I'm grateful that yesterday's drift event was highly successful, and an added bonus is I was able to start the ball rolling on jumping into the NASCAR races this year at the Nashville Super Speedway. Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Yesterday, 8 years ago, was the anniversary of the vision coming about for Infinity Fellowship, and we did a cleanup here. So I chose to do that. I'm just telling y'all I love it because Jeff and his son custom build speeding drift cars.
Yeah.
And I've never been in a drift car yesterday, but yesterday was going to be my first time. So in a few weeks, I'm actually going to ride shotgun in a drift car
Well,
and
how
go
about
around the
that
Nashville
part?
Super Speedway.
Oh.
And Jeff told me that you're going to go next.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Somebody can go and drive in the drift
Who
car.
else?
Okay, got you. We got some
Volunteers, yeah,
volunteers.
we
A couple
got
of people like to speak. I'll with you on that.
I'll be on the side eating popcorn. They got popcorn.
Sister Aya Fubara Ineli is in here, our international life coach out of Texas.
Yes.
Grateful my daughter has survived COVID, and we had extended family that supported her out in D.C. So we want to make sure that we're glad that you're there. We know that's the daughter that's at Howard, I think, Howard University. So we're grateful that you're in that space, and people were able to be supportive. In D.C., as she is far away from home. That's right. But you got family, you got people looking out for you.
Yes.
That's what it's, and the energy is going all over the space. All right, in the space today, we have Sister Shay. Would you stand? Give us some snaps. Shay is thankful for the release of my current mystery novel. So appreciative of Infinity and the support. Currently working on my next one, love y'all. Woo! For creators in here, y'all know what that's like to create something and finish it and hold it in your hand?
Yes.
That's what you were born to do,
Go
manifest.
to her to find out how much it is.
Go to her, find out how
Pick
much it
your
is to get it. We got ours, so we know. All right, next,
Yes.
we got, this is like Creative Central. We have Brother Andrew. Give it up. Andrew's Standing Ovation is my third book of poetry, Fight or Flight, has been accepted for publication.
Oh! Woo!
We got award-winning authors, realtors, business people, creatives, all of that. It's such a blessing to be a part, to see everybody and give a standing ovation in person. So tell us what's happening. Unless we got, I don't think we have anybody else. Do we?
Oh,
yeah,
we got
do.
one more.
We got one more. Can you read that one?
So for real?
Yes.
So for real. So for real. I think I did it right. I hope I did.
I used to always make
think
fun of my
so.
daddy.
Yes, so for real.
I would make fun of my daddy. He'd be like, "Hold
Dad,
on, son,
you
give
get
me
it."
those glasses." I'd be like, "We can't. I can read 5-point letters from 50 yards," and then something happened at 50.
There you go.
So for real.
So for real.
So for real.
Ah!
Yeah,
So for
we got the
real.
greatest screen names in
Yes.
history. Standing Ovation, completing my first sale of my spirit care products, and it has been received so well, I'm taking a break in order to scale up.
Oh! Woo!
All right, Mama, what we got?
Okay, it's Rihanna.
That's Rihanna. I thought it was Rihanna, but I was like, I
James
saw another screen name. So okay, gotcha. That's a YouTube name. Rihanna, we love you.
Yeah.
Rihanna got us through COVID too by coming, by giving. She brought her new products, her spirit
fabulous
products,
too, yes.
the sprays, the
Yes.
candles, everything. And so she's a young entrepreneur in town. It was just a blessing to be able to show up one day and see a box on the step to just say, hey, we're going to support this community. So I'm so glad you're scaling it up.
Yes.
We got it. It's going to be good.
Okay, so if you've shared here, you get to have a seat. If you shared from online, you get to have several seats, while the rest of us inside and around the world are going to stand to our feet and give a thunderous standing ovation, okay? Here we go. Woo! right, so those are ovations and announcements. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe.
Ashe. All right. I want to take a point of personal privilege before we sing a little congregational song and get going. First thing I want to do, I want to give a standing ovation. Most of the committee's not in the room because they've been working, but to the reopening committee who has just maintained the space, but also has contacted people, have cleaned up, have showed up, yesterday people worked and scrubbed and cleaned to get the space back in order. So I'm sending a special standing ovation of snaps to the reopening committee, wherever we are in this space. Sister Alicia Hamer, who has gone downstairs with the kids. We're now opening back up our child care, but Sister Alicia, who did the invitation, we're grateful to have her here today because she is leaving first thing in the morning, or as my granddaddy said, first thing in the morning. She is a phenomenal artist and director and writer, and she is going to, for her first out-of-town professional directing gig at a theater in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where she's going to be directing August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone. So if you're in chat, go see it. We probably take a bus or a van to go see it, but she will be leaving out tomorrow. So she did a little packing, came to Infinity. She's going to go back and finish the packing. But in the meantime, we're just so excited she was able to be in that space today. Standing ovations is important because if you can reach a point where you can pour into other people's lives and be excited for what's happening for them, that's the frequency that you tune to the universe. And the universe then responds to you. And then there are people who are going to stand for you when it's time for you to stand. And it's a beautiful thing. As we prepare for the message today, we're going to sing a little bit of Come and Go to That Land. If you're at home, sing it with us. If you're in the space, don't be afraid of it. But we sing this song together because it represents not just a faraway space, but it represents a mental space too. So heaven is at hand. Even as we celebrate on this beautiful Resurrection Sunday, I love the words of Jesus when he said in the scripture that when you look for the kingdom of heaven, you will not be able to say, look low there, look low here, because the kingdom is at hand. The kingdom lies within. What you're searching for, the queendom lies within. All of that energy is in us. And when we tap into it, we're able to say, come and go to that land. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land where I'm bound. Oh, there is love in that land. There is love in that land. There is love in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. There is love in that land. There is love in that land. There is love in that land where I'm bound. Oh, I got people in that land. I got people in that land. I got people in that land where I'm bound. Oh, I got people in that land. I got my people in that land. I got my people in that land where I'm bound. Oh, don't you want to go to that land? Don't y'all want to go to that land? Don't you want to go to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound? Oh, don't you want to go to that land? Don't you wanna go to that land? Don't you wanna go to that land where I am bound? Oh, if you're grateful for a Resurrection Sunday, just clap your hands real quick. Oh, what a moment, what a moment. Woo, I ain't gonna apologize to y'all for feeling some kind of way today because I haven't been able to sing that song in person in 2 years. Oh my goodness. Last time we were in person, my mama was sitting over there for that song. Ah, what a wonderful moment of gratitude for the energy, for the teachings that the ancestors have given us, for the energy and the teachings that we have received from listening to our spirits. What a wonderful moment it is to be in person and alive. Turn to two people and just fist bump them. Say, I'm glad to be here. Whew. Man. Everything's coming up in my spirit. These songs are coming up in my spirit today, Reg. So usually on third Sunday, we'll sit in a chair. We'll get 2 chairs and put them in the center and have a moment and talk and converse back and forth. And we're going to do some hybrid of that. But they're just some things that Spirit needs to deliver into the space today. And I speak that these things speak to you and speak to your heart on this day of resurrection. These songs that keep coming up, I'm like, man, I'm thinking of love songs. I'm thinking of hip hop songs. I'm thinking of blues songs. I'm thinking of Celtic melodies. I'm thinking of all kind of stuff. I'm thinking of chants that come, Latin chants. Everything is in my head. All of this music is in my spirit today, and particularly for today's meditation, because something came into my spirit that reminded me of the old church days and this old hymn. And today is the first verse. The meditation is an old hymn. And that old hymn, leaning on the everlasting. I don't know if y'all know that one. But the lyrics say, what a fellowship, what a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. What a blessedness, what a peace is mine. Leaning on the everlasting arms. Leaning, safe and secure from all alarms. Leaning on the everlasting arms. Take a deep breath in there. Exhale and release. Real briefly today, y'all. Boy, the Spirit is moving in this place today, man. 3 words come to mind for the topic for today. What a fellowship. What a fellowship. 8 years ago, y'all, I tell this story. Technically, this is supposed to be Founders Day. And Founders Day is not an ego edification of me and saying that this is the day that I stepped up and decided to change the world. That's not how it works. When you have a calling, for those of you who have a calling in life, often it is something that you wrestle with. It is something that you doubt. It is something that you fear. It is something that other people criticize you for. It is something that is the very last thing you ever wanted to experience in your life, and yet you can't outrun it. That's how you know it's a calling. Many of us are taught and trained when we're trying to work on our divine purpose, we're steered otherwise. We're steered into a space where we're looking to be sheep. And sheep become afraid, and sheep respond to a strong shepherd. So we have a construct where people see themselves as shepherd and everybody else as sheep. And when that is the case, we are reminded. Somebody sent me a text the other day from a book. It'll come to mind in a minute, but it said that the lamb spends its entire life fearing the wolf, and they end up on the shepherd's table. Yeah, see, so it's going to take that. So it's the moment to sink in there, right? We are taught to fear the wolf, but those who are usually in charge of us in a shepherd sheep environment, they're the ones who are going to serve that rack of lamb. So when we're in a space where we're looking for that connection to spiritual leadership, it is a blessing to have a fellowship. 8 years ago, I said, I don't want that because I don't want the responsibility. All I ever wanted to do was serve. When I was an associate minister, I was a great associate minister. I'll fight somebody in church for the pastor. I almost did. I was the Scottish play when it came time to do stuff at the church that I was with when I was ordained originally, 21 plus years ago. When things were going wrong and people were talking bad about people in church meeting wanting to start fights and arguments, I'll go to the pastor. That's like, Pastor, I put on my Shakespearean voice, let loose the dogs of war. Release the Kraken. Just give me 30 seconds, you won't have no problems. He was like, no, bro, we don't need to do that. Because I was keenly aware. I was like, here we are, we're giving, we're working in the community, and the people who are criticizing are the people who are doing the least. It's human nature. Y'all have been in an environment where you putting in some work and people always come up to you and make a suggestion. I said, you know what, Joanna, I think if you change the way you market it in real estate, you might be able to get another. Well, what do you do for a living? Oh, I work. I got a little office. I work. Well, what do you do? Oh, I work. I'm a computer programmer. I said, oh, do you do real estate? No, I don't do real estate. Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. In one ear, out the other. Thea does a complicated move on the dance floor. Somebody who can't move left to right on the beat may come up and say, I don't like the way you did that turn. There's some work you could perhaps do. You always can tell because you'd be like, oh, demonstrate it for me. Oh, I'm not a dancer. Exactly. Thank you very much. In one ear, out the next. But we have this space of critique. We have this space of shepherding. We have this space where I was always fiercely protected and I didn't want the responsibility of being over some leadership space. So we were looking for spaces. We went everywhere. We did the initiation into Ifa. I did the rituals and the divination, and I went to the pyramids in 1994 and went back in 2008, and I trekked down at a 45-degree angle on my side to climb to the antechamber where the sarcophagus came and the light shone every 100 years from the belt and the star of Orion. I had wonderful spiritual experiences there, but no place to call home. Because with all of the experiences that I had, and I could see how everything fit together, strangely, nobody else could. So every time I got involved with a community that was thriving, that I thought was more of a fellowship, there was always somebody who came to me and said, we're right and everybody else is wrong. My leader's interpretation of scripture is right and everything else is heresy. You're a heretic. Everything else is outside of that. Everything else is cultish. Everything else is a cult. Oh my gosh. People throw that word around and don't even realize. I used to tell people in the church when we were in traditional space, I was like, you do realize that you only been rocking the last, we talk about the year 2021. You really only been rocking the last 1,800 years, 1,900 years with this thing. Because if we want to talk about resurrection and we want to talk about the early story, we want to talk about a man who went and died because he was out activating with his people, teaching things that the state did not like. And when the state did not like the concept of loving people, regardless of who they were, when the state did not like someone talking about, let's build a new kingdom, let's create a new space and it is coming and the old will be made new. When he starts talking about you can't pour wine, old wine, new wine into old wineskins, when he starts teaching this and people want to listen and people want to hear. And he says, I didn't come to destroy the scripture, I came to fulfill it. So he's teaching from these texts and he's saying, don't pay attention to them, fill in the blanks, whatever the Hebraic translation from fools was back then. I'll ask my Hebrew scholars what it was. But stop listening to them. Those are the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Stop listening to institutionalized religion. He's teaching this kind of thing. And the state says we can't have people acting out like this. We can't have people thinking they're going to be free. We can't have people unafraid of the sword. So what are we going to do? We're going to, number one, execute them so we can stop the movement. We're going to execute them like you execute leaders in the modern world. And not only are we going to execute them, we're going to take his teachings and we're going to codify them into a state religion. And we're going to give it a name that he never gave it. I'm just teaching a little bit of history here so we can understand where we're coming from. Here is somebody who, according to the theologian, Reverend Dr. Howard Thurman, he said there was a teaching of Jesus. There was the religion of Jesus, a religion of love that he was teaching. And somehow, over the next 100 years, it became known as Christianity and a state religion. So the very people that killed him, the Roman government, adopted it as a state religion and made it popular. We see this in modern society when people on the outskirts create something amazing. Call it hip hop, call it folk, call it country, call it whatever you want to call it. They create something and the creators are executed. They're ostracized. They're placed out, and then the state takes control of their creativity and owns it for generations to come. I know that the people sitting picking a blues guitar at the crossroads in the Mississippi Delta weren't thinking anything about no Grammy when they were expressing their pain. I know when a family in the Appalachian Mountains are there expressing their poverty and their immigrant status from Northern Ireland, and the hard fight they had to, the only thing they had was a banjo, and they were trying to pick this story out, and you feel the essence in their music. They weren't thinking nothing about no CMT awards. Right? Everything has been commodified now, including religion. So the last 1,800 years, yeah, that's been pretty good. But for the first 100, 150 years, maybe 200 years, Christianity was considered a cult. That's what traditional religion called it. That's what Judaism called it. That's what Zoroastrianism called it. That's what everybody called it. That's them people walking around, that strange dude that's talking about revolution. Leave him alone or it's going to happen to you too. But eventually became so popular that now it's commodified. So now that if you aren't doing it and you aren't doing it exactly right, then you're the one that's wrong. You're the one that is doing things wrong. What we have to do on this Resurrection Sunday, on this moment of resurgence, on this moment of being reborn, is to reclaim the essence of all teachings that move us to a space where we understand that we can also die and be born again. Oh, let me say it again, because do you realize that you died last night and you were born again today? Do you realize that whatever happened yesterday no longer has bearing on you right now? That I don't care how dark yesterday was, I don't care how tough things were, you got through it, you laid flat at 180 degrees, flat on your back and went to sleep. You in essence died to whatever happened yesterday. And this morning, according to the Masonic tradition, you rose from a dead level to a living perpendicular, standing upright, living. You got a second chance. So that means you don't have to carry what you brought in from the past into the right now. I don't care what anybody said to you. I don't care what anybody did to you. I don't care what you did to yourself, because most of the damage we do is what we do to ourselves. We don't need people beating us up. We look in the mirror and tell ourselves we aren't good enough. We look in the mirror and tell ourselves we're not handsome enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough. We're not thin enough. We're not big enough. We find every single little thing to nitpick against ourselves. And then we wonder why we can't walk in this world in balance and prosperity and abundance and love, putting that light out. That's because love starts with self-love. The kingdom lies within. The queendom lies within. What a fellowship to be in a space where 8 years ago, and I said, you know what? I don't want to do this. But when I got all the calls and realized that the space I was looking for was lying within me, that moment that I said, I'm going to do it, was the moment I said, I've never felt peace like this in my life. For those of you who are called to do something and you've gotten in touch with it, and callings, that's not for me to decide. I can help you get there. But you know what your calling is. When you get it, you get that sense of peace. And then immediately after the sense of peace, you get the sense of uh-oh. And the sense of uh-oh is, oh, what did I get myself into? Because this thing ain't made for the weak of heart. Your calling is not made for the weak of heart. Every single word that you put on a piece of paper, Andrew Shea, anything that you put in this space, everything is a part of your soul. Whether you're writing essays, whether you're writing a story, whether you're telling a story that is going to make people think, that is going to fire the synaptic patterns in their mind, that is a gift. And everybody ain't got that gift. Andrew, when you put a poem on I think about all of these things come up. These things that Langston Hughes told. Langston Hughes said, poetry is the human soul entire, squeezed like a lemon or a lime, drop by drop into atomic words. When y'all hear a song or you read some poetry, you're reading about people's spirit. You're reading about people's energy. When you read that, that's why scripture is attractive to us, because it lets us know that somebody poured their heart and spirit into it and they tapped into a source that is bigger than just them. This is the time for your reemergence. This is the time for your resurrection. That's why I say 8 years later, I look, and every time I turn on West Nocturne Drive, I turn and I remember that we started in a space half the size of this. People like, half the size of this? Was y'all in a closet? Actors Bridge Studio, $25 a week. I give thanks for that. Couldn't go to the bathroom because people could go to the bathroom, and they did go to the bathroom. But the way the building was set up, the entrance was around the rear of the building. You had to go in the rear of the building, and then the stage was at the front of the building. So if this could be the stage and we're sitting in here, there's the rear of the building, the restroom was in the middle of the stage. Like, you go through the door of the stage. So you can imagine you're tapped into this spiritual space and somebody really can't hold it, so they... You're in the middle of a prayer, divine source with a space. Oh, what a fellowship. What a fellowship. And then people started coming, and we didn't have enough chairs, and we had to move the cone and do the adult learning center there and had to set up. And then we moved from there to Coleman Park, and Coleman Park was a big space, and we could go in there and set up. But even then, everything set, screen, projector on the floor, 2 speakers. Oh, these 2 speakers. Mwah. What a fellowship. These 2 little babies been with us from the start. First piece of equipment we ever bought. Put the entire church in my car every Sunday. And look, y'all know I got that little black Mercury, Milan. It ain't an SUV. It ain't a truck. I put a whole church in the back seat in the trunk and was grateful to do it. And then we had an opportunity to build this. Y'all remember the lobby lounge? We used to meet in there. For those of you who visited us the first time there, fold up them little chairs, put black trash bags on the window, hang a screen, drill a horn, drill a hole, put those old school spotlights. And those of you who were there at Infinity, y'all know those old school spotlights. If the heat wasn't working, it was okay because those old school spotlights made it hot anyway. But we stayed together. What a fellowship. When this room was somebody's master bedroom closet, and those 2 bathrooms were right there along where Shay is sitting, and there was a study over there. There were 2 more bedrooms on the edge there, and there were walls up, and the ceiling was so low you could touch it. Every single time I turned left on Nocturne Drive, every time I turned into that concrete driveway, and I remember the old asphalt with the potholes and the dents in it. And I remember how many times after service, oh my God, clap your hands if you ever pushed a car out the mud at Infinity. Come on now. It wasn't that concrete. It wasn't that concrete. It was old asphalt. It was just bits of asphalt and gravel. And that's all that was there. And we got into this space, and at one point in renovation, we had 1 bathroom down the hall, right over there. It was the only one functioning, nothing downstairs but dungeon looks. People are like, I love the building. I don't go downstairs. It's very creepy. It's dark. There are shelves. We can't go down there. People go down there now and see it all bright and open. Oh my gosh. I remember something much more traumatizing. This is really peaceful. But you know what? All of that work, all of that effort, what a fellowship, is because people got around a vision that didn't come just for a specific solitary person, but a vision for a fellowship that would bring people into a space where they would be comfortable leaning on each other. Because you can lean on the books, but eventually the books are going to run out of knowledge. You can lean on the internet, but eventually the internet can't touch you back. You can lean on the books. You can lean on the newspapers. You can't. But there's nothing like having somebody that you can lean on. Somebody who's going to look at you, who's going to text you, who's going to chat you, who's going to email you, who's going to lift you up in times when you have been laid low. The prefix re, back or again. Surrection, which is a complicated word because it's been debated by scholars on whether it's an actual word or not, or it's a derivative of the word surgent or surgeons, to be coming back again, to be in a space. The resurrected quality is something that uniquely came from the development of the advent and the evolution of Christianity, so that we associate it simply with Jesus. But resurrection is not just a physical concept. It is a psychological, it is a spiritual, it is an intellectual concept as well. It is to go back and again, from that space, an upheaval as from the crust of the earth. That's why if you change the re to an N, which means in, of, or for, you have January 6th. Insurrection. People who are involved in an upheaval of the capital and the government space. But when you move that and you say back again for surrection, you have an opportunity to have a resurgence again. You have the opportunity to have an upheaval in you. So whatever it is that you've been waiting for, whatever you've been looking for, whatever you've been working on, whatever that calling is, now is the time to do it, because you have another shot at it. You were able to get up this morning. You were able to get in your right mind. I'm telling you right now, if you ever want to be grateful, don't just look back on the journey, but look at other people's journeys too. Spend some time at a retirement home. Talk to somebody who got to be 75 years and never got to live their dreams. And there's nothing like them looking at you in your eyes and say, baby, live your dream, because I missed my shot. There's nothing like the pain of regret. We're not going to let you regret it here, because this is the fellowship and you're going to have a space to lean. And that leaning is going to be reminding you that you are made in the image and likeness of God. You are made in the image and likeness of God. So I'm going to say this and then it's going to wrap, because I feel it coming to a close. I saw somebody sent me a clip of T.D. Jakes, and I met T.D. Jakes. We were working on a film project at Sony years ago. Cool guy. I appreciate his hustle, his struggle. I'm not always in alignment with the theology, honestly speaking. I'm not always in alignment. But that man is excellent at what he does. And he provides his fruit. And he sent me a clip and it shared something with. And I said, man, okay, I feel you on that. I'm gonna share that word. I'm gonna share just that smidgen of a clip from him. But I was going to say something. And I was going to say it real nice, but Spirit said, don't say it nice, say it honest. You made an image and likeness of God. How dare you criticize yourself? How dare you say God didn't gift you? How dare you think you're not special? How dare you to think that you're not supposed to complete something on this earth? How dare you think that you're supposed to just take and not give? How dare you think that you have something inside you that may be the craziest dream you've ever had in your life, but to you to doubt that dream was put in your mind because God also gave you the capacity to manifest that dream. And God is going to put you in places where people are going to surround you so that you can lean on it. That clip from Jakes was real simple. He said, you're running around here blaming the devil, blaming the demons, blaming demonic and evil people for coming against you, and it's a lie. The truth is that you have never poured your heart 100% into anything, and that's what the problem is. I said, I got you, Jakes. I got you. I got you. Because when you let go and you let God and you trust that this is in alignment with your divine purpose, God is going to send you into places that you can lean on when you need to. And we all need to. But I'm going to tell you what you're going to get here, especially now that we're back open. You can lean on us, and we can lean on you. And we're going to take care of each other. And we're going to make sure that you walk through this door. I don't care what's going on in your mind. You're going to feel great when you come in, and you're going to feel better when you leave. We're not going to beat you down. We're not going to tell you how evil you are. We're not going to tell you that you got a bad spirit in you. We're going to tell you the truth, that you are made in the image and likeness of God. And in case you forgot it when you went to sleep last night, you better remember that you got up this morning. And because you got up this morning, you have a chance to invest in the right now, and the right now now is going to allow you to look into the sky and pull the future into the present. Now is your time, folks. What a fellowship. Because when you have a fellowship, you have a space to lean on. Because as we lean on each other, we lean on the Spirit of God. And that's an infinite source of renewal. It's an infinite source of good. It's an infinite source of love. And how awesome is it that God thought enough about you to make an agreement with you before you got in this body, to come into this world, to do what only you could do. What a fellowship. What a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. Come on, y'all. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me. Come on to your feet. When you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me. Just call on me, brother, and you need a hand. We all need. Come on. I just might
have a problem
You'll understand.
that you understand.
We all
need somebody to lean.
Turn to somebody and say, lean on me at home when you're not strong. Whoa, and I'll be your friend. Your friend.
I'll help you carry on.
Oh,
For
it
won't be long till I'm gonna need
somebody
to lean.
Come on, just call on me, sister. I just call on me, sister. When you need a hand, we all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean. Last time, come on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend.
I'll be your friend.
I'll help you
carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
All eyes closed. Tune in to the space inside your energy. God, in this moment, we give thanks to you. Thanks for the energy of resurrection, of being able to be born again in spirit and in body and in truth. Thank you for this gathering, this fellowship, this joy divine, this space of happiness, this space of contentment that goes beyond just being happy. We recognize in this moment that happiness is often determined by external elements and forces and circumstances, but we know that we have an abounding space inside of us that is an ever-ending well. That is a space of joy. And so we speak and proclaim joy in this space today. We speak and proclaim strength today. We speak and proclaim that as we lean on you, we open the space for others to lean on us. We stand tall in the knowledge, in the wisdom, and the understanding that you are always here for us, that you are always there for us. And we speak that something has been shared today that has inspired and uplifted and made us all more appreciative. Thank you for the model that you gave us through the Spirit of Christ. In the story that is told in this biblical tradition, it's not lost on us that in the book of John, God, when Jesus said, I'm coming back, I'm going to the Father, the great things that you have seen me do, you're going to do greater things than me. And so we're speaking that those great things are manifest for those who are listening to my voice right now. That the greater things spoken of will be resurrected in memory and in action right now. And that we do it all because we know that you are the wind beneath our wings. You are the river that flows through our bodies and our minds and our spirits. And on this resurrection day, on this commemoration of our founding, on this restoration moment, we give thanks. We give thanks for family. We give thanks for friends. We give thanks for our callings. We release the need to criticize ourselves, and we embrace loving ourselves as we see the divine light from you. We speak these things and proclaim them to be true in gratitude. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. And so it is. All right. Woo. All right. Y'all, I think that's the end of Infinity Fellowship today. What a fellowship. Y'all at home, everywhere we are, I know while we're standing, we're going to sing our song and close out the ceremony. But I want to make sure I give a couple of announcements. Number one, the Voices of Infinity will do their live Infinity Unlimited afterwards. We're going to take a quick break. And so if you want to see and hang and rock with some live music, it's going to be on Instagram. So for those of you at home, we will be on Instagram live at the Infinity Fellowship is our Instagram. When we first started, we didn't even have an Instagram. How about that? Didn't have an Instagram, didn't have a Twitter. But now we got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, I got a TikTok, but I don't use it as much as I'm supposed to. Apparently, if you use TikTok, you're supposed to do it 5 times a day or something. And do all kind of dances. And the dances I don't want to go viral for my dances. Yeah. People can't separate. They can be, oh, he's just having a good time. They're like, that silly dude? No, I ain't going to church there. No, we're not doing that. We're just going to keep living. We're going to do that. But we got everything. We've gone in those 8 years from literally no social media, no website. We got a website, 2 websites, one for the center. We got Twitter, we got Facebook, we got Instagram. We got 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. We got 1,000 likes on Facebook. What a fellowship. And it's because of everybody here. It's because of that space in your heart. So keep that spark, keep that love, keep that energy alive in the space today. Again, thanks to the reopening committee. Yes, we have cake available for you. So get you a slice of cake, get you some refreshments, hang out afterwards. The center is open. We're in the space today. And reunite with your kids as we're rebuilding. Take them to, yes, please tell them on that.
Too as well. Our kiddos are downstairs, so as
Yes.
immediately afterwards, if you want to go downstairs and check them out. And then just go ahead, look around, make yourself at home as we're getting things ready so y'all can see stuff.
Yes. And you won't break anything. You know where the restrooms are. And what's the word on the restrooms? Tissue only, please. We're going to start a brand new tradition right now. That plumbing service is going to dislike us. We won't see y'all for another year. Everybody's on board. All right, as our hearts and minds are clear, we're going to sing our song and close it out. The words are on the screen for you at home. And what do we do, Sister Kanitha? Which way do we go?
To the left. I was waiting for Sister Denise.
Denise usually says it. We send love to the Knowles family, and
yes.
passing of Demetrius's grandfather,
Yes.
90 years old, full life. So we're speaking as their transition. They're on the road now. They're watching Infinity. We send love your way, y'all, and we welcome you to this space. As we move from this place that awaits our light, we recognize that as we sing together, we speak the love, the peace, the prosperity, the abundance that we want in life for ourselves and for everybody around us. Because once we radiate it, oh my gosh, it becomes infectious. Let's sing. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we Remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me, God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me, God's reminding me to look at you and see family. We speak in this moment that the love of God, the wisdom of the ancestors, the infinite and abundant power of the universe rest, rule, and abide with you, henceforth, now, forevermore. Let us sing together. Amen, amen. Hotep shalom. Namaste. And so it is done. Give a round of applause to the universe. Turn and wave at our infinite streamers. We love you guys. We all here together in love. All right, y'all. Let's have a good one. Have a great week. We are back in the space. Remember, next week is virtual Yoga Sunday. So week after, we'll be back for First Sunday, Spirit Sunday. Reggie's going to be back. Reggie Wooten, the incredible Reggie Wooten, and Lady Kanitha Carr, the voices of Infinity. Shout out to the tech crew, Tony Insignaris, Joshua Smith Carr, and Daniel Carr. Great job. And our service engineers in the space. Love on somebody. Drink up all the coffee, please. We don't have to pour it down the drain. Peace.